everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a quick little review on the Morphe 35R palette. So I was really hesitant on getting this palette, but I'm so glad that I did. The colors in here are super pretty, very blendable, and I just did this look with this palette, and that look will be up soon on my channel. So please, if you haven't already, make sure you guys are subscribed, and you guys can also hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload my videos. That way you guys won't miss this look. That will be the next video that will be up after this one. So I just wanted to do a quick little review on this palette. I know this is a palette that a lot of people are hesitant on, and they're probably hesitant on it for the same exact reasons that I was hesitant on it. Honestly, I am so glad that I did get this palette. The palette is definitely really blendable. It's very pigmented, and I feel like Morphe is definitely stepping it up with their palettes. I feel like the pigmentations in their palette are just so much more better. They're more blendable than they used to be before. I feel like this palette's quality is almost as good as a high-end product, which for 20 bucks, it's not bad at all. I think this palette runs for $22, but with the coupon code, it's about $20 because you save 10%. That's about $2.20. So that's about 20 bucks that you're paying for the palette. And then with shipping is the only bad thing. It's kind of expensive, and the only way you get free shipping with Morphe is if you do purchase $100 or more. I definitely recommend this palette. Pick it up if you haven't already. I know, at least to my knowledge, it's still not sold out, which I'm shocked because this palette is just so freaking pretty. The colors in here just scream fall/summer. I think you could definitely use this for everyday use to create those nice pretty bronzy smoky eyes, which is perfect for the summertime that's coming up right around the corner. So like I stated previously, at first I was kind of hesitant to pick it up because when I saw it online, I felt like it looked similar to other things that I have, which one of them is the Morphe 25A and B palette, which they look like this. So this is the 25A and this one is the 25B. So I felt like with these colors side by side that I had all the colors that were in this palette. But once I received it and I saw it in person, it looks totally different. Like, sure, it does have some similar shades to these two palettes, but I don't think that they're identical. So this is the 35R, and then these two are the 25A and B palette. So as you see, these two palettes have more of those lighter shades. They don't have quite as much bronzy shades in them, especially the B, which is the top one. It's more of the plummy colors. Probably the bottom one is the most similar to it, but I definitely think that this has more dark colors in it, which I really do appreciate, because I hate whenever I get a palette and it has like 50 transition shades or 50 brow bone shades. Like, I do not need that much transition shades or brow bone shades, but you can definitely do a lot with different varieties. I definitely do enjoy that this palette does have that one matte brow bone shade and the one shimmer, so it doesn't have a bunch of them, and then it does have a few different transition shades. I would say the only thing that this palette is kind of lacking is one of those mid-tone or lighter transition shades, but you can totally grab your favorite one from a palette or from an individual eyeshadow that you have. So you can always incorporate that into this. But other than that, I do think it has a good variety of some transition shades, as well as some nice crease shades and lash line shades. So it has a good variety, and it has these beautiful shimmers. The only thing with these shimmers is I feel like some of them are pretty similar, but for the most part they all have different undertones. They probably could have changed it up a little bit and not have like 3 different gold colors that just have different undertones. But other than that, I mean, they are really pigmented. If you guys know anything about Morphe, one of the things that they're really good at is making shimmers. Their shimmers are out of this world. Another palette that I felt like it was really similar to is the Morphe 35O palette, and I know that's what a lot of people were saying, that it's very similar to the Morphe 35O, which I will show you guys side by side comparison. So this is the 35R and this is the 35O. As you guys can see, at least in person, I think that it has a few shades that might be a little similar. This has more deep shades, while this one, like you see just in this section alone, from here all the way around, those are like super light shades. Like what I was saying, where it's like, why do I have 3 different brow bone shades. Like, I do not need 3 brow bone shades. And why do I have 3 transition shades that look exactly the same? But I really don't need a multitude of the same exact color. Another thing that's very obvious is that the Morphe 35O is more warm. Like, it has more of those orange colors, while this is more bronzes and browns and plums. So I definitely think that both of these palettes are totally different. Just because you have this one doesn't mean that you shouldn't pick this one up. I think if anything, you can probably combine both of these palettes and create beautiful looks for the summertime and for the fall. But overall, I definitely love this palette. I really do recommend it. If you guys are hesitant on picking this up because you have some of those other palettes that I mentioned, I definitely think that it's worth it. It's not quite exactly the same, and a girl can never have enough neutral palettes. At least me, I have like probably 50 neutral palettes, and I just love them. And they keep coming out with more and more, and I'll always buy a neutral palette because I like having palettes that are a little bit different, so that way when I go traveling, I have different ones for different seasons and different occasions and whatnot. I always tend to use just one palette with a look. I try not to use like 5 different palettes to create one look. That's at least me. So I really do like this palette. I do see myself using this a lot more often, and like I said, it's very blendable, very pigmented, and it's totally worth it. So yeah, that is my short little mini review. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and like I said, please make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel and click the notification bell right next to the subscription button. That way you guys will find out when exactly I will be posting this eye look here, which shouldn't be too far away from this review since this is such a short review. So if you guys have any requests, any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them down below in the comment section. I always like finding out what kind of videos you guys want to see, so that way I make sure that I'm making the videos that you guys like. And until next time, I will see you guys then.